Everglades National Park in southern Florida. We're going to start off by focusing on the stars of our show, the American alligator. With over 1.2 million, almost every body of water could potentially be holding them down here. Gators, as they are commonly referred to, can live upwards of 50 years, reaching lengths of 15 feet and weighing as much as 1,000 pounds. The average alligator is 6 to 8 feet long and weighs 300 to 500 pounds. They're a prehistoric animal going back over 200 million years, and in that time, very little has changed about them. The region of the Everglades that we're exploring at the moment is called Shark Valley. It is a low-lying depression here within the Shark River swamp area that during the winter's drought season attracts large numbers of gators searching out the remaining waters. The National Park Services took note, and as the Everglades were being established as a park, they built a road 7 miles along this depression into the glades. They run trolley tours and rent bikes to those wanting to explore the region and see these creatures up close. With approximately 80 teeth and the ability to shed them as they wear down, a typical alligator will go through 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. As a breeding female, she'll lay her eggs once a year and typically has between 35 and 50 babies, though many will succumb to predation before adulthood. The American subspecies of alligator is not the man-eating variety found other places on the earth. These typically eat fish, turtles, birds, and small mammals, and there is only one recorded bite incident per year on average. Nearly 300 species of fish inhabit the waters of the Everglades. Everything from largemouth bass to common dolphin call the Everglades home. This species that you're viewing here is called the Florida gar. They're a mid-sized species, reaching upwards of 4.5 feet and 9.5 pounds. As juveniles, they grow up eating insect larvae and small fish, such as the hundreds of small guppies that we have here, which coincidentally also make great food for wading birds, such as the great egret or the great blue heron. Or this great blue heron. Oh shit, watch your step! Shark Valley is definitely worth a visit, but it's not for the faint at heart. Making our way further south through the Everglades, you'll start to notice islands of various sizes amongst the vast fields of flooded sawgrass. There are over 10,000 of these islands. Each one of them is unique. A simple elevation change from sea level upwards of only 1 to 2 inches can mean the difference in the trees that you'll find present on them. They could be softwood pineland islands, cypress groves, vast mangrove growths, or hardwood hammocks. Within each one of these islands, you'll find that it has its own type of ecosystem. Temperature and humidity level differences to the different types of animals that you find present will change from one island to the next. And with over 350 different species of birds in this area, many will use these different types of islands as secluded mating and roosting spots, such as these great egrets are doing here. The most common type of bird is the wading bird, with over 16 different species. But the most unique bird I came across has got to be the purple gallinule. With its iridescent colored body and overly large chicken feet, it just hopped from lily pad to lily pad, eating insects and larvae. When you start to get near the southernmost edges of the Everglades, the fresh water will begin to mix with the salt, at which point you begin to see warning signs for the American saltwater crocodile. Slightly larger than the alligator, it is more aggressive and should be treated as such. Though there are less than 1,000 of these reptiles living throughout the waters of southern Florida, if you see one, you should consider yourself lucky. At the very end of the mainland, you can peer out over the Gulf of Florida at a few of the islands that make up the southernmost points of Everglades National Park.